Good afternoon, Beattie veterinarian and friends and family. Welcome to Carousel Arama 2. Those of you who saw the show last year, you have an idea of what it's about. We've got a collection of scenes and monologues for you from the Drama Senior students. Just a couple of things. If you have a cell phone and it's currently on, could you please power it down? We don't want any cell phones going off, and even the screen, the glow from the screen can really distract the actors, so I'd appreciate it if you could just shut things down. That'd be great. Second, if this were on television, which it's not, it would have an advisory with it. There is some content. I don't think it's anything you guys haven't heard or seen before, but just be warned. Viewer discretion is advised, so there might be a couple of little moments that you go, oh, okay, so just a little warning that way. The kids have worked really hard to bring you a show of, hi, come on in, I'm glad you stood up for coming in. Is there a flashlight there? Can you see? Good. To bring you a show that really sort of moves through the world of, I would say, adolescence, really, in a lot of respects, you know, the ups and downs, the joys, the sorrows. Feel free to clap after each piece. You don't have to hold your clapping until the end of the entire show. It's nice once everyone's done their little piece if you show their appreciation. Welcome once again to Carousel Arama 2, and I hope you enjoy it.
No, miss, I don't have an appointment, but I've got to see the pet right away. No, my dad's at work and my mom's doing some food shopping. Please, this is an emergency. Would you quit asking questions? I'll tell you everything after you get this little guy in to see the vet. Look, I think he's dying. Oh man, I don't believe this. What do you mean the doctor only treats domestic animals? You mean dogs and cats have more rights than wild animals do? That's so unfair. It's prejudice. That's what it is. What makes a guinea pig more important than a squirrel? Huh? Look, a woman's got that hamster in a cage. I've got a little weeny chipmunk. What's the difference? I have a mind to go home, put my gerbil in a shoebox, put this poor chipmunk in its cage, and call it a domestic pet. Only by then it'll be dead, lady, and it'll be your fault. Don't tell me to calm down. I'm responsible, don't you see? I ran over this little chipmunk with my bike, and I've got to save it. I swear I didn't even see it. I felt this horrible bump and heard the highest, most painful squeal you can imagine. I'll probably hear that noise in my sleep for the rest of my life. Please, lady, every moment we argue is another minute that the doctor could treat this little guy. Who would it hurt to let me talk to the vet? Miss Hamster Owner, would it bother you if I went ahead of you? Mr. Man with the poodle, can I please go first? See, lady, they don't mind. Come on, I'm begging you. What have you got to lose?
Hey, we need to talk.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm on to you.
What?
You're a faker. You're not dying.
Sorry.
Yeah, Well, you know, I know in the Tibetan philosophy and Sylvia Plath's sense of the word, we're all dying. But you're not dying the way Chloe back there is dying.
So,
So? You're a tourist. Yeah, okay. You saw the sights. I saw you at melanoma. I saw you at tuberculosis. I saw you at testicular cancer.
I saw you practicing this.
Practicing what?
Telling me off. Is it going as well as you'd hoped? Rupert?
I'll expose you.
Go ahead, I'll expose you.
All right, come together. Let yourselves cry.
God, why are we doing this?
It's cheaper than a movie. And there's free coffee.
Okay, no, look, this is important. I've been coming here for over a year. These are my groups.
Why do you do it?
Well, I don't know. It's like when people think you're dying, they really listen to you, you know, instead of just...
Instead of just waiting for their turn to speak.
Yeah. Don't want to get into this. Seems like an addiction.
Really?
Yeah, I'm serious. I can't cry if there's another fake person around here. And this is important to me, so you're just gonna have to find somewhere else to go.
Candy strip a cancer ward. It's not my problem.
Okay, wait. We'll split up the week. You take lymphoma and
You
tuberculosis.
take tuberculosis. My smoking doesn't go over at all.
Good, fine. Okay, well, testicular cancer's no contest.
Well, technically, I have more of a right to be there than you do.
Oh,
You still have your bones.
you're joking, right?
I don't know. Am I?
No!
How much does your life weigh? Imagine for a second that you're carrying a backpack. I want you to feel the straps on your shoulders. Feel them? Now I want you to pack up all the stuff you have in your life. You start with the small things, the things on shelves and in drawers, the knickknacks and collectibles. Feel the weight as it adds up. Then you start adding larger things. Clothes, tabletop appliances, lamps, linens, your TV. The backpack should be getting pretty heavy now and you go bigger. The couch, bed, a kitchen table. I want you to stuff it all in there. Car, get it in there. Your home, whether it's a studio apartment or a 2-bedroom house. I want you to stuff it all in that backpack. Now try to move. It's kind of hard, isn't it? This is what we do to ourselves on a daily basis. We wear ourselves down until we can't move anymore. And make no mistake, moving is living. Now I'm going to set the backpack on fire. What do you want to take out of it? What do you want to take out of it? Photos? Photos are for people who can't remember. Drink some ginkgo and let the photos burn. In fact, let everything burn and imagine waking up tomorrow with nothing. It's kind of exhilarating, isn't it? Now this is going to be a little difficult, so stay with me. You have a new backpack, only this time I want you to fill it with people. You start with casual acquaintances, friends of friends, folks around the office, and then you move into the people you trust with your most intimate secrets. Your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, and finally your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend. You get them all into that bag, and don't worry, I'm not going to ask you to light it on fire. Do you feel the weight of that backpack? Make no mistake, your relationships are the heaviest components in your life. Do you feel the straps cutting into your shoulders? All those negotiations and arguments and secrets and compromises? You don't need to carry all that weight around. Why don't you just set the bag down? Some animals were meant to carry each other. Symbiotically for a lifetime. Star-crossed lovers, monogamous swans. We are not these animals. The slower we move, the faster we die. We are not swans. We're sharks.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. You see, lately I've been having impure thoughts about actually, I haven't been doing very well lately. This is the first time I've been in a church since my mom died. I think about her every day. I wonder what she would say to me if she could see me right now, and if she could see how I've been living. I wonder if she knows. And most days I fall short of being the person that she wanted me to be. Or I wonder if she saw me do that line of coke last week. And the thing is, I don't even know why I did it. I was just looking for something to make my life great. Something to make it matter. I know it was wrong. And I want my mom to know that. And I want her to know I'm not that person. And that I'm not going to be. I've always believed in fate. I've always believed that life is more than just a series of meaningless accidents or coincidences, but rather a tapestry of events that accumulate into an exquisite plan. I mean, I just spent the entire flight staring into the sky thinking, not about my fiancé, but about this mystery man I met 1.5 million hours ago. It's just a few seconds, a fragment really, and it's like in that moment, the whole universe existed just to bring us together. We only spent a few precious hours together, and I never even gave him my last name or phone number. Instead, I told him that if we were meant to be together, that if fate meant for us to be together, we would meet again soon. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm going to let fate take me anywhere it wants to go. So that way when all of this is over, I never have to think about it ever again. Let's just pray. He's a bald fascist who picks his nose and wipes it under the car seat.
Miss Bingley,
Mr. Darcy, I can guess the subject of your reverie.
I should imagine not.
You are considering how insupportable it would be to pass many evenings in such society, and indeed, I'm quite of your opinion. The insipidity, the noise, the nothingness, and yet the self-importance of all these people. What I would give to hear your strictures on them.
Your conjuncture is totally wrong, I assure you.
Oh.
I've been meditating on the very great pleasure in which a pair of fine eyes in the face of a pretty woman can bestow.
Truly. Pray tell what lady has the credit of this matter?
Miss Elizabeth Bennet.
I confess, I am all astonishment. How long has she been such a favorite? And pray, how am I to wish her joy?
I expected as much. A lady's imagination is very rapid. It jumps from admiration to love to matrimony in a moment.
Nay, I shall consider the matter as absolutely settled.
Do you remember sneaking over here the first time you told me about this place? I got home late that evening and my parents were furious when I finally came in. I can still picture my daddy standing in the living room, my mother on the sofa, staring straight ahead. I swear, it looked as if a family member had died. That was the first time my parents knew I was serious about you. And my mother had a long talk with me later that night. She said to me, Sometimes our future is dictated by who we are, not what we want. And I know it was wrong of her to keep the letters from me, but just try to understand. Once we left, she probably thought it would be best to just let go. In her mind, she was trying to protect my feelings. And she probably thought the best way to do that was to hide your letters you sent. Not that any of it matters, now that I have Lon. He's handsome, charming, successful. He's kind to me, he makes me laugh. And I know he loves me in his own special way. There's always going to be something missing in our relationship. The kind of love we had that summer.
Sorry to Mike's mom, and Josh's mom, and my mom. And I'm sorry to everyone. I was very naive. I was very naive and very stupid, and I should have never put other people in danger for something that was all about me and my selfish motives. Because in spite of what Mike says now, it is my fault. It is my fault because it was my project and I insisted on everything. I insisted we weren't lost. I insisted we keep going. And I insisted we walk south. Everything had to be my way, and this is where we've ended up. And it's all because of me. We're here now, hungry and cold and hunted. I love you, Mom and Dad. I'm so sorry. It was never my intention to hurt anyone, and I hope that's clear. I'm scared. I'm scared to close my eyes, and I'm scared to open them. Every night we just wait for them to come.
What am I doing with my life? It's okay, I should get out more. I should eat better. My posture is terrible. I should stand up straighter. People would respect me more if I stood up straighter. What's wrong with me? I just want to connect with people. Why can't I connect with people? Oh, right, because I'm dead.
I shouldn't be so hard on myself. I mean, we're all dead. That girl's dead. That guy's dead. That guy in the corner is definitely dead. And these guys look awful. I wish I could introduce myself, but I don't remember my name anymore. I mean, I think it started with an R, but that's all I have left. I don't remember my name, my parents, or my job. Although, by the looks of this hoodie, it would suggest that I was unemployed.
Sometimes I like to look at the others and imagine what they were. You were a janitor. You were the rich son of a corporate CEO. And you were a personal trainer. And now you're a corpse. I have a hard time piecing together how this whole apocalypse thing happened. Could have been chemical warfare, or an airborne virus, or a radioactive outbreak monkey. Doesn't really matter. This is what we are now.
This is a typical day for me. I shuffle around, occasionally bumping into people, unable to apologize or say much of anything. It must have been so much better before, when people could express themselves and communicate their feelings and just enjoy each other's company. A lot of us have made our home here at the airport. I don't know why. People wait at airports, I guess, but I'm not sure what we're all waiting for.
Oh man, all these nice buildings. They don't bother us much, but they'll eat anything with a heartbeat. I mean, I will too, but at least I'm conflicted about it. We all become them someday. At some point you just give up, I guess. You lose all hope. After that, there's no turning back. This is what I have to look forward to. It's kind of a bummer. I don't want to be this way. I'm lonely. I'm lost. I mean, I'm literally lost. I've never been this far to the airport before.
I have a best friend. Well, by best friend, I mean we occasionally grunt and stare awkwardly at each other. We have almost conversations sometimes. Days pass this way. But sometimes we find actual words like angry and
I'm the kind of girl who takes pity on poor, pathetic geeks that have never kissed a girl. Let's just say I like someone who's easily trainable. Someone who will truly appreciate me. It's sad, I know, but hey, I'll take an ego boost wherever I can get it. Unfortunately, these adorably nerdy boyfriends get boring after a while. I mean, I can only take their computer games and mathematical equations for so long. Of course, Stuart's different in a lot of ways. He's terrible at math, for one, and he's not so hot when it comes to technology. But he's a comic book sort of geek, and a hopeless romantic. He is preoccupied with holding my hand. Everywhere we go, he wants to hold hands, even when we're driving. Oh, and he's got this new pastime. He keeps saying, "I love you." It was pretty cute and wonderful the first time he said it. I almost cried, and I am not the kind of girl that cries easily. By the end of the week, he must have said, "I love you," maybe 500 times. And then he starts adding pet names. "I love you, honey bunch." "I love you, sweetheart." "I love you, my honey moochies, moochie woochiekins." I don't even know what that last one means. It's like he's speaking some brand new, love-infected language. Who thought romance could be so boring?
Dearest Lucy, I have finally arrived at Netherfield Park, and yet I'm still so vexed. It has been 2 weeks of settling here and everything is out as it should be. But I must confess that it is he, Mr. Darcy, who has me in such a state. He confuses all my intentions as malice. My feelings are in such a fury, and I can sense a small fever rising to my temples. I promised myself, as we agreed best, to avoid being inflamed when he does not show his regard for me. Lord knows, I should be used to it by now. But to be so cruelly shunned after so many years of acquaintance is absurd. And to see such alterations in his character over the past few months brings me so much pain that it is a miracle I can bear it without weeping in his company. Oh, how I miss London and yourself already. You would laugh to see how I spend my days. I read prose and fiction. I draw small portraits of Darcy. I walk aimlessly from room to room, desperate to catch him idle, hoping to strike up some dialogue. I hope you're doing as well as you were when I left you. That darling child of yours is doing well. You must write to me as soon as you are able, or else I might shrivel up and die of boredom. Yours, Caroline.
I could jog all the way to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. She never could. Oh God, I'm so mad. I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. I want to know how that baby will ever know how wonderful his mother was. Will he ever know what she went through? Oh God, I want to know why. Why? Lord, I
wish I could understand. No. No. No, it's not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first. I don't think I can take this. I don't think I can take this. I just want to hit something. I just want to hit somebody till they feel as bad as I do. I just want to hit something. I want to hit it hard.
From the day we arrive on the planet and blinking step into the sun, there's more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done. There's far too much to take in here, more to find than can ever be found. But the sun rolling high through the sapphire sky keeps great and small on the endless round. It's the circle of life, and it moves us all through despair and hope, through faith and love, till we find our place on the path unwinding in the circle of life.
Oh my God, my life is officially an after-school special. Son of a witch!
It kind of is. It so is.
So, you ever hear the one about Lily Miller? Really? I thought your brother would have told you. It's a classic.
Maybe.
So Lily comes here with this guy, Parker, and this was going to be the night they were going to lose their virginities. So she did it real proper. She packed a picnic, stole a bottle of wine. Everything was perfect. They're just about to do it when they realize they forgot the condoms. So, what do you think happened?
I don't know.
They did it with one of the sandwich bags.
Ew, that's disgusting.
It is. Let's keep the train rolling. Suburban legends. Charlie.
Well, there was this girl in 4th grade. Her name was Second Base Stace. She had boobs.
Mosquito bites. Promising. Go.
She let some of the guys feel them.
That's your suburban legend.
Yeah?
Did you at least cop a few?
No?
Of course not. You went home, listened to Sleep, wrote a poem about her self-esteem.
Okay. Your turn.
I've got one. Well, there's this one guy. Queer as a $3 bill. The guy's father doesn't know about his son. So he comes down to the basement one night and catches his son with another boy. So he starts beating him. But not like the slap kind, like the real kind. And the boyfriend says, "Stop! You're killing him." And the son yells, "Get out!" Eventually, the boyfriend just did. Why can't you save me?
I don't know.
Forget it. Free now, right? Can meet the love of my life any second. Things will be different now, and that's good. I just need to meet a good guy.
Yeah. It's alright.
Okay, so there's this guy. He's in my biology class, and, well, he's so cute, and I think I love him with all my love, but there's one thing. I can't talk to him. Every time I see him, I freeze up like a deer in the headlights. I know he totally loves me. I see the way he looks at me through his bedroom window at night. I see the way he looks at me when he sees me watching him read a book. Oh yeah, he just loves that. And sometimes when he sees me coming, he sends me like this secret message of like, "I'm closing the curtains right now to save all of my unbearing love." Something romantic like that. See, even if you knew him, you would fall for this, huh? Your heart would skip a beat. No, like, seriously, that's what happened to me the first time I saw him in the swimming pool. Without a shirt on, and they had to take me to the emergency room, and when they asked me what was wrong, I just told them that my heart had indeed exploded. Anyways, he's sweet, nice, throws things in my hair when I'm not looking. But his eyes say it all. Love, love, love. Okay, there's one thing about our oh-so-perfect relationship. He's cheating on me. Okay, he knew our relationship was from a distance, but no! Now he has Becky. Becky is the most self-centered girl ever. She is so self-centered, she volunteers on the weekends. Ugh, like who does that? Oh, this one time, they were like standing in the hall and they were standing like really close together and I think they were trying to play tonsil hockey or whatever. Anyways, I blew up. Why would he do this to me? Our love, it was so beautiful. It was like a new baby was born. Except, you know, better. And I know he loved me. I did though. He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. And the flower totally told me that he loved me. Like, what is going on in this world? So now, here I am, standing in my room, talking to you. A broken heart. I just don't know why he would do this to me. But I guess life will go on, won't it?
Your pardon?
How very ill Eliza Bennet looked this morning, Mr. Darcy. I never in my life saw anyone so altered as she is since the winter. She has grown so coarse and brown.
'Tis perhaps no miraculous consequence of traveling in the summer.
I particularly recollect you saying one night, she a beauty, I should as soon call her mother a wit. But afterwards she seemed to improve on you. I believe you thought her rather pretty at one time.
That was only when I first knew her, for I now consider her the handsomest woman of my acquaintance.
Oh.
My name is Valerie. I don't think I'll live much longer, and I wanted to tell somebody about my life. I was born in Nottingham. It was at school that I met my first girlfriend. Her name was Sarah. I thought we would love each other forever. I remember our teacher telling us that it was just an adolescent phase that people outgrew. Sarah did. I didn't. In 2015, I started my first film, The Salt Flats. It was the most important role of my life, not because of my career, but because that was how I met Ruth. The first time we kissed, I knew I never wanted to kiss any other lips but hers again. We moved to a small flat in London together. She grew scarlet Carsons for me in our window box, and our place always smelled of roses. Those were the best years of my life. But America's war grew worse and worse, and eventually came to London. After that, there were no roses anymore. Not for anyone. I remember how different became dangerous. I still don't understand it. Why they hate us so much. They took Ruth while she was out buying food. I've never cried so hard in my life. It wasn't long until they came for me. It seemed seems strange that my life should end in such a terrible place. But for 3 years, I had roses and apologized to no one. I hope that whoever you are, you can escape this place. I hope that the world turns and things get better. But most of all, I hope that you understand what I mean when I say that even though I do not know you, and even though I may never meet you, laugh with you, cry with you, or kiss you, I love you with all of my heart. I love you. Valerie.
Hey, is there anything in this world you don't understand? There are lots of things for me, but one thing in particular has been on my mind. Speaking from a guy's point of view, it's a touchy subject. But here it goes. Please don't misunderstand me. I'm not trying to put down women's rights. I'm all for equality, but sometimes I don't see that between men and women. For example, when a man puts down a woman, a man gets looked down upon. But I have heard and seen a woman put down a man, and she does not get looked down upon. That is not equality. That's a double standard. It's confusing. I hear women say that men should be gentlemanlike. What do women want? Do they want equality? Or do they want to go to back to the days when it was a man's world, where they did not have equality? And when you think about it, what does the word equality actually mean? Not what it brings, but the actual definition. Dictionary.com defines it as the state or quality of being equal. Correspondence in quantity, degree, value, rank, or ability. Think about that for a while. But picture this. A man and a woman have been out on a date. They had a great time. The bill comes. Even if the woman is willing to pay for the bill, it's ultimately is expected for the man to pay. If this were a game, the man just looked at the woman, he would automatically lose points for not picking up the bill. Let's face it. The woman is not expected to pay, and she will not lose points. Nothing. Again, a double standard. Look, I'm all for equality. Really, I'm down for women's rights. I'm 100% behind equal pay, equal work. For women in jobs that were traditionally held by men, and for women in positions of high power. What I'm not down with is with this double standard that exists. Let's face it, the last thing we need is a group of men fighting against discrimination by women. But really, think about it. Are we truly equal?
They cut down our lungs and expect us to breathe. But I can't. I just cough and heave. You wouldn't smoke around your children. Why smoke down Mother Nature's lungs? You are taking down the source of this world, yet keep on forcing. Might as well grow some gills. The ice is melting, the ocean is rising. Start to swim with the fishes, refuse to see the consequences, and drown in your hopeless wishes. They have upset the cycle. The least they could do is recycle. Do you cough in the smog of your greedy ignorance? Does this thickened atmosphere push down on your shoulders? Do you hear the cries from these storm-torrent states? Or do you say, hey, that's fate? Your vain actions didn't stop with you. It's more like a chain reaction. We are all a part of this world, all our feet on this earth,
Didn't you see what it's worth? Our grandpas and grandmas, our mothers and fathers, they left us a mess for our sons and daughters. We are the cleaners, dreamers, and sweepers, the next generation left to clean up this nation.
You're impossibly fast and strong. Your skin is pale white, ice cold. Your eyes change color. And sometimes you speak like you're from a different time. You never eat or drink anything. You don't go in the sunlight. How old are you?
17.
How long have you been? 17.
A while.
I know what you are.
Then say it. Say it out loud.
Vampire.
And are you afraid?
No.
Then ask me the most basic question. What do we eat?
You won't hurt me. Where are you going?
You need to see what I look like in the sunlight. This is what I am.
Oh, like diamonds. You're beautiful.
Beautiful? This is the skin of a killer, Bella. I'm a killer.
I don't believe that.
It's because you believe the lie, the camouflage. Everything about me lures you in. My voice, my face, even my smell. As if I would need any of that. As if you could run me off. As if you could fight me off. I'm designed to kill.
I don't care.
I've killed people before.
It doesn't matter.
I wanted to kill you. Never wanted human blood so much in my life.
I trust you.
No!
I'm here! I trust you!
Class to do a little game of improv for you?
Yeah!
Okay, so freeze is a game where they improv, and when it's called freeze, they freeze and someone will tap in, they'll take that exact position, and then they have to start a brand new scene from that. So, you guys, play away. Right on. Hold up. Good girl. Put up there. Somebody?
Okay. Really hard to get off, by the way. Okay. So, you start.
Hey, well, I just don't understand how you got here.
Well, you see, I was up there, and then I was just looking down, and it was pretty steep, and then all I remember is some said freeze. Okay.
What do you think that is?
Flamingo.
Flamingo?
Like me.
Flamingo's huge. Oh, it feels weird. Okay.
Look how it floats and flies. Like me.
Oh, it's kind of sticky.
Freeze!
Here's some pie that I made you at school today.
What's it made out of?
Mud.
Okay.
It's delicious. I already ate one. This is the second one I made.
Will I die?
It's
No.
healthy.
Okay. I will eat it all right now.
It's delicious.
Freeze.
And Welcome to my kitchen for culinary explosion! Now, in my class, you will not only learn how to cook, but how to be the cook. Let's begin. I would like to start with the custard, which...
Whoa.
Amos, get your gun. We're going duck hunting.
but I'm scared of ducks. Okay, yeah, that makes it better.
Amos!
Yeah?
Shoot it. Take it. This is where you become a man, son.
Okay.
Can I go to the bathroom?
I don't know. You went like 5 minutes ago. We're in the middle of a lesson.
Right here.
Is it emergency? Is it an emergency? Are you sure? Do you have a slip?
I'm gonna slip.
I think you have a slip. Donald! Here's the slip. You can go now.
Oh,
You can free.
And there we were, in the middle of the safari forest. And he says to me, It's getting to the good part. No, this is creeping me out. Thank you. And he says to me, Lucy, we gotta go. Go where?
Freeze. And now for flexibility 305. Now we do the scissor splits in the front.
And if you stretch back even farther, you might dislocate someone.
And now the other leg.
Freeze! I know this isn't a very good time, but will you marry me?
Shut up! Oh, of course I'll marry you!
Well, I think you stopped.
Did I?
Did you what?
Did you what?
Did I just Did I just come over towards you? Well, come on.
Okay. What do you want to do today?
I have an idea.
Okay, what is it?
Freeze.
Okay.
Oh,